One of the quirks of Cristiano Ronaldo's incredible scoring numbers is that none of his first 900 career goals had come against Scottish opposition, but he finally broke his tartan duck as he pounced 3 minutes from time to kill off Steve Clarke's side. The former Manchester United and Real Madrid star is reaching the final chapter of his career at 39. How much longer he has in him is a debate that is getting more and more coverage in his homeland after his ineffective summer showing at the Euros. But if he was blunt in Germany, he was lethal in Lisbon, pouncing to tap home with just minutes left. Spain's Fabian Ruiz scored twice as his 10-man side defeated Switzerland 4-1 in the pouring rain in Geneva to earn its first victory in Nations League Group 4 on Sunday and inflict a second successive defeat on its host. Euro 2024 winner Spain had been held to a dour 0-0 draw by Serbia in its pool opener, but found its groove in a quick start at the state. Geneva's Josu and Ruiz had a 2-0 up inside 13 minutes. A red card for Spain defender Robin Lenormand after 20 minutes was a setback and brought Switzerland into the game as Zeki and he pulled a goal back before halftime, but as the Swiss pressed for an equaliser late on, Ruiz netted his second and Ferran Torres also got on the scoresheet as Spain hit the host with lightning counterattacks. Former Real Madrid striker Josu headed home a sixth international goal. As the hosts failed to clear their lines from a corner, Spain quickly recycled possession back out to the right wing for Barcelona starlet Lamine Yamal to work his magic. The teenager danced away from 2 challenges before dinking in. Cross for Josu to not home, with VAR confirming the ball just across the line. Bradley Barcola has been a standout, stepping up to help PSG move on from Kylian Mbappe's departure. The young forward has already scored 4 goals in 3 league matches and kept up his impressive form with a goal in France versus the league game. Moreover, his PSG teammate Gianluigi Donnarumma notes that the capital club has replaced the 2018 FIFA World Cup winner with a player who has world-class potential. Bradley is fantastic, an incredible player. Donnarumma told he's fantastic because he's difficult to mark. He scores goals easily, he's fast, he has a lot of qualities, he has everything to become a world-class player. Portugal trailing 1-0 in the UEFA Nations League to Scotland. After Bruno Fernandes equalised, Ronaldo was the one to step up and bag the winner with only a few minutes left on the clock, prompting praise from his former Manchester United teammate. Fernandes said, "The influence is always the same, regardless of whether he starts on the bench or not. Everyone who came on made a difference. Cristiano has a goal. Today he scored his 900th first and now he is on his way to 1,000, which is what he wants. No one has been better than Rafinha. Even under Xavi, the Brazilian was never one to complain, even though it was clear that he wasn't able to fully give what he is capable of. He simply put his head down and was one of the few players to consistently put in the hard work of running and showing intensity. He scored goals and got assists, but his style and personality never came out. In the first few games this season, his approach has been largely the same. He's played as a false midfielder at times and also on the left wing, but regardless of where he is put on paper, Flick has given him the liberty to follow his instincts in pursuit of creating danger, and his teammates are playing off of him. He plays over the top and true, as demonstrated by the incredible finish to open the scoring against Valladolid. He can play on the outside and provide service, as he did with the killer assist to Ferran Torres. Let Rafinha cook. That's going to be one of the most important ingredients for Barca's success. Bayern Munich could be entering a pivotal summer window next year when Jamal Musiala enters the final year of his deal. The 21-year-old Bundesliga attacker has been in scintillating form over the past few seasons, making him one of the most exciting young stars on the planet. Bayern Munich knows the massive clubs chasing Musiala, including Real Madrid and Manchester City. Depending on their financial power and the project they offer the player, many more could join the equation. Hence, the Bavarians do not want to waste any more time and want to get a renewal in place. Bayern Munich have been pushing to renew Musiala's contract for months, as per Fabrizio Romano, who insists the club could offer him a significant proposal. The Italian transfer expert also emphasised that a renewal will be complex and depend on how the club talks with the 21-year-old Bundesliga attacker. Modric had already made fresh history. The Real Madrid captain has now racked up a whopping 180 appearances on the international stage. This is good enough for second on the list of all-time most capped European players, level with ex-Blanco's teammate and close friend Sergio Ramos of Spain. The only player now ahead of Modric on the list is Cristiano Ronaldo, who has taken to the pitch on an eye-watering 213 occasions for Portugal. Spain has sent Dani Olmo back to Barcelona after he picked up a knee injury during their 0-0 draw with Serbia. In the second half, Olmo had to be withdrawn after taking a heavy knock to the knee. There was hope he could recover in time to face Switzerland on Sunday, but it is now being widely reported that the 26-year-old will return to Barca instead. Though the injury is not believed to be too serious, it was decided by Spain that it would be best for Olmo to rest rather than risk further injury. Barcelona are back in La Liga action next Sunday when they travel to Catalan neighbours Girona before kicking off their UEFA Champions League campaign away at AS Monaco the following Thursday. Liverpool captain Virgil van Dijk has committed his future to the Netherlands until the 2026 World Cup. Just weeks after he was considering whether to retire from international duty, the 33-year-old had contemplated ending his 9-year career with the Orange after a last-gasp defeat to England in the semi-finals of the European Championships. But after a summer of reflection, Liverpool captain Van Dijk wants to lead the Netherlands to the 2026 World Cup in Canada, Mexico and the United States. Speculation linking Liverpool with a move for Real Madrid midfielder Aurelien Tchouameni has been rubbished, as the player reportedly has no desire to leave the Spanish capital. Former Manchester United forward Jadon Sancho has described Jurgen Klopp as a legend after the ex-Liverpool manager returned to Borussia Dortmund this weekend. The German was back at Signal Iduna Park on Saturday afternoon for a testimonial match between his former players Jakub Blaszczykowski and Lukas Piszczek. The 24-year-old called Klopp to inflicted humiliating 5-0 and 7-0 defeats on Sancho during his time at United. Legend. However, despite history insisting Klopp and Sancho should be enemies given their previous allegiances in the Northwest, the former Liverpool manager actually aimed a dig at United for failing to get the best out of Sancho after his £71 million move to Old Trafford in 2021. Antoine Griezmann on Michael Olise. Every time he touches the ball, he brings something offensively. He's a player who can play on the right and centrally. He will do our team a lot of good. Arsenal defender Riccardo Calafiori has left the Italian national team camp and returned to the Gunners following a freak injury. During the at least 3-1 UEFA Nations League win against France in Paris on Friday, Calafiori was caught accidentally by Elspain Dembele and was struck in both his left calf and right Achilles. Calafiori was forced off the pitch in the 71st minute due to that injury. Defender will return to Arsenal immediately for recovery as an assessment is made of his injury. It is not believed to be a serious injury, which is good news for Arsenal, who have a packed and vitally important few weeks coming up. Lee Carsley insists he never wants to become England manager, but before the Football Association go into a tailspin looking for a new caretaker boss for Finland at Wembley on Tuesday night, Carsley has spelled out exactly how he sees the job. Interim boss Carsley says he told the FA before stepping into the role that he regards himself as a head coach because the days of a manager are gone. He wants the England job on a permanent basis. But Carsley wants to do it his way and in a very different style to Gareth Southgate. Do not expect Carsley to be a spokesman for the nation like Southgate. He wants to coach rather than manage and introduce his ideas, method and style to make England successful. Son Heung-min has urged South Korean fans to stop targeting their new coach after he was booed during a 0-0 World Cup qualifying draw against Palestine, with the skipper reportedly calling the reaction upsetting. Spurs ace Son told reporters afterwards, "As captain of this team, I'd like to ask our fans for their love and support." On Kim remonstrating with the fans, Son added that they came here to root for us, and if they can keep things in a positive mood, it will help us and motivate us to compete harder. At least when we're playing at home, we shouldn't be creating our own enemies. Man hoped to have the edge over Barcelona in the race to sign 29-year-old ex-Juventus midfielder Adrien Rabiot. The Frenchman continues to wait for a new club after his contract with the old lady expired last season. His agent, who happens to be his mother, is demanding a pay package of around £8.4 million a year for her son. Considering Barcelona's financial situation, despite their desire to sign the PSG midfielder, they might not be able to. On the other hand, the wages should not be an issue for United.